Breaking news, the Supreme Court just moments ago taking a step forward in a historic case involving Donald Trump. Late this afternoon, the Supreme Court agreeing to hear an extraordinary petition from special counsel Jack Smith, who is pursuing this criminal prosecution of Trump for his efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Now, the nation's highest court is now set to weigh in for the first time on the historic criminal prosecution of a former president. The special counsel is asking the justices to break from tradition and decide quickly on whether Donald Trump has immunity. Here is what the special counsel wrote in this petition. This case presents a fundamental question at the heart of our democracy, whether a former president is absolutely immune from federal prosecution for crimes committed while in office.
Okay, so, breaking news. The Supreme Court is going to hear Jack Smith's case. And they are going to hear it in an expedited manner, meaning Donald Trump's legal team has been ordered to reply to Jack Smith's brief by December 20th. Standard turnaround time for this on the Nixon tapes was 8 weeks. But I think that given the nature of everything that's going on, it is going to work at a far quicker pace regarding this case, especially because the trial date is already set. In the meantime, the appeals court in between where we have currently had a ruling and the Supreme Court was like, yeah, we're cool with this. And by the way, Donald Trump's legal team needs to have their brief to us by Wednesday. So their homework's due all around. And buckle up, because the Supreme Court is going to decide whether or not Donald Trump is eligible to be tried because of presidential immunity. Again, not a thing. But that's where we're at right now.
President Trump filed a motion to dismiss, saying that what he did is protected by the First Amendment if he did it within his personal capacity, or presidential immunity if he did it in his official capacity as the President of the United States. When you file for presidential immunity or any government immunity, you're supposed to stay the proceedings until these legal issues are resolved. And Jack Smith knows that if this goes through the regular process through the D.C. Circuit, and then they decide, they hear oral arguments, they take the briefs, hear oral arguments, put out a decision, and it goes through the regular process, and it goes to the Supreme Court, there's no way that Jack Smith can start this trial on March 4th. And that trial is going to be several months, 6-7 months of President Trump in a D.C. courtroom with Obama Judge Tanya Chutkan instead of being on the campaign trail. This is blatant election interference by Jack Smith. He's not even hiding it anymore.
Paula said that she doesn't think that a ruling on this case would necessarily impact any of the other criminal cases Trump is facing. Do you agree?
So I agree with Paula 99% of the time. I slightly disagree on this one. If Donald Trump is to win here, obviously Jack Smith's federal election interference case is out the window. I also think Fani Willis's case is doomed. Yes, that is a state-level case, but the principles of immunity would apply whether it's a federal or state-level prosecution. Again, that's if Trump wins. I do agree with Paula. This will have no impact on the hush money case because that conduct almost entirely happened before Trump was president, and it definitely will not impact the federal Mar-a-Lago classified documents case because that conduct was entirely after Donald Trump was president. But if he wins here, I think 2 of the 4 cases are going to be out the window.